What's good, people? This is the Rap Roundtable. Your boy Jarvis, the Rap Snob, Dini the Balance, the homie Mace. We just want to make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, help us get our numbers up. We're trying to get 2,000 subs, 5,000. Y'all know how this go. If y'all think we're good and y'all love the content, some of y'all always say, yo, how come y'all don't have more views? It's because y'all don't sub. So make sure y'all do that and tap in with us. Peace.
The Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir. The Rap Roundtable is back on location. As always, when news breaks, we got to jump on it. We got to tap in. B. Dot put out his annual or semi-annual, I don't know what it is, but the B. Dot top 10 that usually breaks the internet, gets people talking, upsets people, dropped in. Needless to say, it delivered on making news, but I don't know about that top 10. I can't speak for the rest of the Rap Roundtable, but that top 10, and based on what we saw as far as people reactions to it, that top 10 might be the most questionable list he's ever put out. It's your boy Joe up here alongside the Rap Snob, alongside D the Balance, alongside the homie Mace. And the Rap Snob, you're always the most prepared one out of the group of us. Can you give us the top 10 that B Dot put out yesterday, please?
Man. So at number one, Kendrick Lamar.
Go from 10 to 1. Go
from 10 to 1.
Yeah,
Copy.
Yeah.
All right. From the bottom up, pause maybe? I don't know. 21 Savage at number 10. And are we giving our takes yet? Because like already, like I'm seeing 21 Savage
give
on
the
the
people
list.
a list.
Like,
Give the people a list.
How the fuck is it? Anyway? Number 10, 21 Savage. Number 9, Quando Harlow. Jack. Number 8, Lil Baby. Number 7, Lil Durk. Number 6, Ben Staples. Number 5, Boldy James. Number 4, Kodak Black. 3, J. Cole. 2, Pusha T. And landing the number 1 spot is Kung Fu Kenny, Kendrick Lamar.
Okay. Well, Sincere, you already had some takes in the clip. Let's work.
Well, I mean, starting from the bottom, like 21 Savage, how did he sneak onto this list? Like, can somebody tell me what? Am I missing something? Because
I have no idea.
I mean, I know I don't be tapped into the young dudes like that, but like Mace,
that's my
can you
side
tell
of
me?
town, but I have no clue why 21 Savage made this list.
How?
With Pharrell and Tyler soon. I mean,
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of.
One thing, bro.
One thing.
It's just an announcement that he's going to have music come out.
Right.
With 2 other dudes.
Right.
So
right.
I don't get that at all.
But that was like deep into last summer. Like I really don't have no idea where it's going.
Yeah, man. As far as I can tell, I mean, has Lil Baby really been active like that?
He's dropped a couple things.
He's around.
He's around. Kodak a little high. I had to go back and check. He did drop some in February. Obviously, I wasn't gonna tap in, but he dropped some in February. Too. And being on the Kendrick album, I see that. But the most egregious thing to me is the omissions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where is Benny?
Right.
Where's Benny? Tana Talk 4? Like, we just gonna forget? We just gonna act like that shit didn't drop? Mm-hmm. Where's Benny? I mean, I would say I'm gonna say where's Conway too? Conway dropped the album too. Where he at?
I'm looking at the list right now, Sen. And this 10 is a questionable 10, but what makes it even more egregious is it says that it's based on skill. That's the first criteria.
He says that shit every year, bro. Every time.
Performance, relevance, right? The only thing you could make an argument for the bottom half of this list is relevance. And by that standard, I gotta say that Quando's too low. You know what I'm saying? And based on his criteria, Quando Harlow got to be at least 6. He's everywhere, right?
Yeah. So the Jack Harlow thing, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm torn because obviously I don't fuck with the guy. But if we're talking about relevance, like obviously, like that guy is everywhere. He's got a fucking KFC meal coming out, fucking some bullshit. But yeah, so like, you know, him being like heavily seen in the game, like I guess he kind of has to make. Look, let's be real. B Dot works for Rap Radar. Mm-hmm. You know, he's next to Elliott Wilson. This is a mainstream platform, right? So like every time he puts out this list, it's like this mishmash of like, artists that he fucks with, like that are sort of underground, and then you have to throw the mainstream artists in there. And on a certain level, I appreciate his effort, but it just always comes out messy every time. And this list is just fucking messy. Like, where's the criteria? Like, you're listing the criteria there. I don't see how the criteria breaks down.
Well,
anybody?
Well, Conway said, tell B Dot I said F his list.
Right.
So with that being said, Benny and Conway got suspended from the list because of that bar. It's obvious that it's personal. Deanie, talk to me, bro. You've been real quiet.
I think I seen a tweet where Conway actually did give praise to the list though, which was kind of weird to me.
What's the tweet to a bar, bro?
Like, if you're gonna shit on the shit and then big it up at the end, I mean, the question I have really is just like, no Future? Like, number one album in the country, all 16 records charted, and has the number one record with with Drake and Thames, number one on the Billboard chart. But what's more relevant than that, bro? Like, what's going on here? I love Boldy. Shout out to Boldy. You pulled up to the Boldy show, SOBs. Me and Sin. But come on, bro. I hate when they make you have to go against people you fuck with.
They got Boldy top 5 and
top 5, bro.
Listen,
like
we all got the Boldy James here, bro. But top 5 right now?
No more for car commercials right now than music. Like, what are we doing here? Kodak, I get it. I get it with the Kodak. You know what I'm saying? Like, a heavy contributor on
too high though, man.
What one of the people are saying is the face of rap. He's draped all over the album. That's got to count for something. If nothing else, performance and relevance. Because I love his verse on Silent Hill. Yeah, man. 21 Savage. Like, what are we doing here? Quando, I get it. Lil Baby's been mixy. He's been relaxing more than he's been doing this thing. Dirk's been everywhere, so I can't shit on Dirk. But the list is, I mean, Pusha belongs where he belongs. Cole belongs where he belongs.
Yeah, the top 3 I'm cool with. The top 3 I'm cool with.
But
I mean, and I don't even know. I mean, J. Cole's a little high too. His album dropped like a year ago. He did drop the Dreamville joint.
Yeah, you got the Dreamville.
He dropped the Dreamville. He got a couple features, the Benny feature.
The Bia and the Benny freestyles are verses of the year candidates.
Yeah.
His crew dropped the album.
Top 3 is solid.
I mean,
the top three works. The problem is that, like Sin mentioned, this is almost like the NBA MVP. Like, he has criteria that he doesn't even really follow. You know what I mean? These choices are baffling. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I understand you want to seem like the guy who knows the underground, but is also tapped in with the mainstream. But you have the wrong people. Where, like, 21 instead of Gunna, that makes 0 sense in 2022. You know what I mean? Just like Future not being on the list is super puzzling. Lil Baby, he has a couple singles that are not even really buzzing like that. Like, he has an album release announcement. You know what I mean? It seems like he likes to just toss names out there. You know what I mean? I don't know if he has these relationships. Listen, Boldy James, we love him, but Boldy James over Benny the Butcher is like, it makes 0 sense. Like, Boldy had a nice verse on the Benny album that we all love. So, like, B-Dot, you know what I mean? It's almost like he intentionally chose these lists at this point. I believe he had Lil Wayne as his best rapper alive last year. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like, this guy, for years, you know what I mean? This guy's just been tossing out anything. Like, so I don't... Rappers don't even take it seriously. I don't take it seriously. I mean, B-Dot, you know, come out and let us in on the joke, because I'm not fucking with it.
I mean, I guess it's a situation of it's all about clicks, and we see it in sports media where it's a nasty business of just putting something out that's gonna get people to talk. And I feel like this list stopped being a staple of hip hop and just became fodder. That's all this list is now. It's fodder.
Yeah.
B-Dot, to me, yeah, he Rap Radar, cool, but at a certain point, people start looking at your credibility, and if you keep putting out these lists, they're gonna start feeling like your list don't matter, bro. And I think this is the opening stages of what B-Dot says about rap not mattering as much. because it's obviously a ploy to get clicks and talks and to get pod appearances, because he'll go on somebody or go do the Rap Radar platform and talk about it himself. It's a means to an end. It's no longer, we got 4 rappers at the Rap Roundtable and we're vying to be top 10 on B-Dot's list. I don't think after today, I don't think so anymore. Any list that doesn't have Conway and Benny right now is egregious. Like you said, Gunna, granted, with the Rico and everything, cool. So what? Gunna belongs there. The man was on Saturday Night Live performing Push and P. You know what I'm saying? Like right. These guys put the work in. If anything, Young Thug belonged there. Why? Like you trying to flex? And to me, I think I said it in the group chat that the Boldy James pick was strictly to show the underground cats that he's tapped in. But if that's the case, why not put Ransom there? He just dropped. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Ransom was in there too, man.
And it was fire.
Where's Rome Streets? If you're gonna put guys there, put guys who actually, you know what I mean? Like Boldy James. This has nothing to do with Boldy James. It's a fact. On the total poll of underground acts right now, there are artists who are above Boldy James, and they're not on this list. And Boldy's top 5 on this list. That's wild to me, bro. Like Vince Staples 6, Kodak 4 with no album. Like what?
Yeah.
I forgot Vince Staples was on the list just that quick. Vince Staples, his album was cool, but come on now, top 10.
People really like that album very highly about Vince Staples' latest project. So, I mean, I did the last one I didn't tap into. The one before that I tapped into, it was dope, but that was from last year.
But now we talk about people. We just say, are these the same people that don't like the Kendrick album? Like, who are these people? Where they at? Because they're not on my algorithm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like based on skill, but you got Kodak 4. What the fuck? What are we? I'm stuck, bro. Like, listen.
And when they say performance, do they mean commercial performance? Do they mean what performance is very open ended? To me, like it could be the same thing as skill almost. So I don't know. Doesn't make sense.
Man. I don't see it.
I think we're all in agreement when we say that this list is ass. Okay, like it's garbage. Absolutely.
It feels like he set the top 3, and the top 3 again is solid. That's something that I think most, if not everybody, will agree with. And then the rest of it, he just threw darts at names on the wall. Whoever that shit hit, that's who was going on the list. That's what it felt like.
Maybe this was all a ploy to like you said, let's get us to talk about this shit, because this shit don't even seem like it makes any form of sense, bro.
Hell no.
Like, between this list and a recent tweet that Elliot Wilson sent out saying protect Jack Harlow at all costs, that they was on his head for. Rap Radar, y'all saw me getting that Nori and Joe Budden last episode. Don't make me have to get y'all the same treatment soon, man. Y'all know I'm on y'all heads right now.
Bro, y'all beacons of the culture, but right or wrong, y'all are too important to the culture to be doing this type of shit. Like, this ain't first take. Like, rap ain't sports. Like, don't just throw shit out there for motherfuckers to argue about. Like, that ain't what we do here. We like a good argument. Hey, y'all been paying attention. We love to argue, but we argue about important and relevant shit, not bullshit ass lists. The fuck out of here. Shit so trash that even Westside had to tweet about it and make fun of it, because it's crazy, it's so obvious.
Yo, man.
The 5 should have been included with Conway and Benny. That should have been your 5, but you get the opportunities out of there.
Benny, get Ransom, get Ransom in there, bro.
That's a fact.
It's time to get Ransom on these lists, bro.
Was fire,
if Boldy James can make the list, Ransom should have been on that list and above him. The end. I'm upset, bro. Like that
attempting to please everyone. Now you look like you don't even know the mainstream or the underground, because you have the wrong characters in both sides. It's like, Jesus, trying to please everyone, and now everyone is excited.
Right.
I haven't heard nothing new from 21 in like a long time, bro. That really is the one that has me like everyone else at least has some form of relevance. I just didn't know 21 was active like that, bro.
I'm gonna take man's for real. Like,
listen, that's his guy, bro. They break bread together, probably. You know what I'm saying?
They must do parlays together. Something.
Game and Logic put out news recently that they're putting out albums that will have songs in a range of 30 total. 30 tracks on a new album. Deanie, coming to you first. You're the balance here. You're the reasonable guy, allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
That's what he said.
30 tracks from Logic and Game. Forget them for a second. Do we want 30 tracks on a rap album in 2022?
That's a lot to hear from someone I love. So to hear from someone I'm like, that's a lifetime, bro. Like I think anything more than like 15, 16 at this point, and I'm talking about records being like 3.5 minutes, and just a lot more. Hour-long album. Like, it has to basically cover your train right nowadays for me, bro. Like, that's a forever album. Let's say every song is around 3 minutes. Like, what are we doing? We're gonna listen to a 90-minute album? We're gonna watch a movie album? That shit makes no sense to me, bro. And I think Game has his moments, but that's out of line for anyone. And Logic, put the weed down, bro. No one wants 30 tracks from you, man. Like, I don't want 10 from you at this point. I just cut it out, bro. Pass it on, man. This makes no sense to me, bro, like, at all. In 2022, a 30-track album is insanity.
Insanity, bro.
In 2022 and 1992, don't nobody want to hit 30 tracks. Nobody, bro. Like, this is like you remember the volumes. You remember when Nas was putting out albums. These was like 3 albums worth of material back in the day. That covers 3 years. You remember once upon a time, you know, rappers have they things they say. I don't write. You know what I'm saying? This is off the dome. One of the things they used to say is like, oh, I recorded, 50 tracks for this album. I had to bring it down to the best 10. Nah, they just give you all 50 of them trash shits now. Like, I don't understand this shit at all. Don't nobody want to hit, like, okay, Game, I don't want to hit 30 tracks from Game. But I like Game more than Logic. Like, Logic, if you release these 30 tracks, you think Sin hates Eminem? You think Sin hates Quando Harlow? I'm gonna look like Farrakhan the way I get at you if you listen to that album, boy. I don't want to hear that shit from you, Logic. You better tuck that back in. I'm gonna do you worse than Joe Budden did you, man. You better chill with that 30 seconds. I don't want to
get Logic. Dr. Umar him?
Bro, give him the side eye.
I might have to.
Oh man,
that's tough. Yo, Sid, what's good, bro?
Listen, man. I mean, I gotta take it back. Biggie, Life After Death, 24 songs. Tupac, All Eyes on Me, 27 songs. Wu-Tang Forever, shout out to Wu-Tang Forever, 25 years today, 27 songs. And this was in the 90s, bro. Like, when people had like all of this attention span to just like give out to any artist that they love. Mm-hmm. And then, we're talking about Biggie and Pac, and then Wu-Tang that had like 10 motherfuckers in it, right?
Classics.
Game 30, bro.
30 for
30. Like, that's just, that's like 3 albums worth in 2022, man. And look, I'm not gonna say I was the biggest fan of the short albums from like a couple years ago, the 7-track albums, 8-track albums, whatever. But I mean, 30 is a lot. And like the biggest names in rap history, the icons, the super groups, even they didn't put out 30-track albums in the heyday of double albums when everybody was doing it. What makes Game or Logic even less think that they could pull off 30 tracks and people are going to pay attention for the whole thing? And honestly, today, look, as far as like the double album concept, like that doesn't even really matter anymore. The only reason Kendrick did it is because it was it was built into the concept. Like, it was half and half, right? You know what I mean? Like, it was 2 sides of his story. So conceptually it made sense, but even his joint, it was 9 and 9, 18. That's it. I just don't see it. What is the point of putting out 30 whole songs on one project? Man, cut that shit in half, cut it in thirds. Bro. Slice it up like a pizza, bro. Come on, man.
I'll tell you right now, it ain't no point to 30-track albums in 2022. Now, there's going to be an argument said that maybe these guys are trying to push the envelope and rebuild attention spans. That's cool. I understand that. They see them, major motion pictures.
He's not the artist to do that.
Boom. You got major motion pictures, these superhero movies where they're putting out 3-hour movies and people are sitting through it and they're not complaining. So maybe they feel like there's a space for it. Kanye dropped Donda, and Donda, for as long as it wasn't a classic, but it wasn't a difficult listen. Mr. Morale and Big Steppers was a double album, but you only had 18 tracks until it became 19. And even at 19 tracks, even that's a lot in this climate. To be fair, like a lot of times now, these albums, we're getting albums that are 14 tracks tops. It's like between 12 and 14, somewhere around that area. But the issue is, if it was an artist I wanted to hear from, I wouldn't be as upset about this. If Hit Boy and Nas said right now, yo, King Disease 3 is going to be 25 tracks, I'd be more intrigued to see how well they could pull off 25 tracks, as opposed to being utterly disgusted at the idea of Logic and Game putting out tracks. Now, before y'all in the comments, well, Game is nice. This is not about Game being nice. Personally, me, I don't want to hear Game rap for that long in my headphones, in my car, nowhere. Like you got to name drop me for 90 minutes, bro. No thanks. we heard a snippet the other day that wasn't even a full 16 where he dropped like 10 names in like 14 bars, bro.
That shit had me like just dying because it was 45 seconds.
Come on,
and he dropped like 10 names, bro.
I don't want
45 seconds.
That's
and it's like, and it's always the same. Dre, Hove. I think he dropped Nas in there. Snoop. I don't know.
Always the people, son. I just don't want that from him. Like to me, Game is not that engaging of an artist. Listen to the word I'm saying, engaging. Not nice, not lyrical, engaging. Meaning like he draws me in a way that I want to get lost in whatever he's rapping about. He doesn't do that for me. I don't want that from the Game. 30 tracks, keep that, bro. And you niggas is going to end up skipping most of them anyway. We know that already. We only got to like about 10 of them shits. Come on now, chat. Because I already know how y'all get, because y'all like the Game. He's not a 30-track album artist, bro. Stop.
He's not. And I fucks with the Game. I think I'm sort of where Mace is at. Like, I don't hate him. I fucks with him. You know what I mean? He'll put out a dope song here and there. The joint, he put out with Kanye not too long ago. I was fucking with it. Documentary and Doctor's Advocate. I love both of those albums. But I mean, just 30 tracks is a lot, especially. And if I like the beat and I like how he's flowing and how he's delivering, I might look the other way on the name dropping thing.
Yeah.
Right. But I can't look the other way for 30 straight tracks. It's gonna be name dropping like that. I can't,
bro.
It's impossible.
And then you get 30 tracks and you trying to use Eminem to promote your album. Like, M is not giving you that attention, Game. Leave that man alone. I don't even like M. But M, everybody knows that you're calling M's name for promo, bro. We're not buying it. You do a TikToks even. Like, come on, Game. Come on, bro.
And that's from the era of, like, skits and intros.
Why not hitting up Kanye? I thought Kanye did more for him than Dr. Dre ever did. What? Get Kanye on the line.
Right.
Donda 2 not coming out fucked up his initial rollout Game, that is. Go ahead, D. I know you was jumping in.
No, I was saying, like, it's different because, like, there were skits, there were funny moments on those albums that you named, like things that just, like you said, engaged you in. So even when the music came off, the entertainment part of the album still came. You still were engaged. I just don't think Game could do that, bro.
Right. You talking Pac in '96, Big and Wu in '97. Even I throw Diplomatic Immunity. So that's 02 Dipset in that list. You know what I mean? That's everybody in their prime. Game and Logic's best music, if Logic has any best music, was years ago. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be dragging. Come on, they're literally throwing everything that they recorded on these albums. I can't rock that.
And then to put a bow on it, it's a streams thing. Like you're putting all these tracks in there to run your stream numbers up, and that's the trick. I listened to Joe Budden pod like a year and a half ago, and he was like, a lot of these artists load these albums up in music just to run the streams up. It's not even about art anymore. Just
Drake.
If I put out all these songs, they're all gonna run up and we make money. And sad to say, I don't think that Logic or Game have the type of baits to where 30 tracks is gonna run up your streams enough for it to matter, bro. Just give us a fire piece of art, especially Game. Logic ain't doing that, but Game, give us a fire piece of art. Give us 15 tracks, bro, and that's it. That's all I asked for. Yeah,
Chris Brown was like the first one to like try to game the system. He dropped like that 45 track triple album. Remember that shit? Like in 2018. Wild, he the first one I remember trying to do this dumb shit.
Damn, Mason's on one today. Yo, last but not least, we got some news that came out about Kendrick Lamar, speaking of our streaming, and it said that We Cry Together had the largest chart placement drop in the history of Billboard. Is that accurate, Base? Is that what I saw?
81 spots.
Wow.
Nothing compared to N95 dropping 19 spots, but 81 spots for Kenny on We Cry Together.
That kind of speaks to replayability we spoke about in the last episode, didn't it?
NRV.
Listen, hold up. Number one, they like these headlines. These headlines are purposely misleading and salacious whenever they use the words in the history of Billboard or ever on Billboard,
right?
Because this drop off only happens because of the streaming era.
Oh,
this is the only reason this happens. This is the only reason this happened, because when a highly anticipated album comes out, everybody runs to it. Damn near all the songs, if not all the songs, will chart, and then people will pick which ones they like, which ones they don't like. So whatever they don't like, they stop listening to it, and then it drops. But like literally every song, we didn't have this back in the day when it was CDs, tapes, LPs. People had to go out and buy the single.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But nonetheless, like if
so this is only for the it's
how many years have we been streaming for?
I don't know, good 10 maybe.
So and Kendrick in 10 years, Kendrick Lamar, bro. That don't hit you no way.
It's just that the headline. It's just the headline is crazy every time. No, because this happens every time.
Ever.
You know what I mean?
Yo,
that's what I'm saying. The ever part of it.
Bro, but for all of what you said, nobody dropped 81 spots, bro.
No, I understand that.
Don't ever.
It's when he was setting those 1 day records that were positive, he was dropping those in the chat too. Like,
hell
so
yeah.
I dropped negative with the positives, man.
But I listen. I'm the one that shared this in the chat. Don't do that to me. I'm the one that shared this story. You came in the next day and was like, "Was this shared already?" I beat you to it.
Then posted it.
Send me on point.
Oh shit. Nah,
bro. Anything that's newsworthy, I drop it in the chat. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But it's like, and you know, I have the same issue.
Very newsworthy.
Yeah, but I have the
Ever.
same. No, but I'm saying I have the same issue, even if it's like a positive story about like the most number ones on the Billboard chart. Of course, all the songs are eligible to chart. If so. I hate the headlines.
But what do you feel about the specific 81 point drop though?
So about that, it feels natural to me. Like a lot of people ain't going back to listen to that one particular song for reasons that I understand. I play it. I think the song is fire.
Yo, I commend Sin for trying to explain this away, bro. And you know what? You're not wrong, Sin. You're not wrong. They have. This does happen in the streaming era, but your man on this album had a historical drop. Like, I don't want to hear that, bro. Like Kendrick Lamar is not supposed to be anyone.
That's cool, bro.
Yeah. Billboard went Kobe and dropped 81 on Kendrick Lamar, bro. This shit is out of control.
If that was anybody else, we would have said that people bought the record. They would have put the 6 9 on this kid. Bro. That was anybody else.
Fuck you, Mace. God damn it, man. You said Kobe?
81 points, man. 81 of them things.
Kendrick Lamar is Jalen Rose, bro.
Wow.
Oh,
81 olives.
Oh man.
He'd had to be Kenny, man.
It's also a sign of the times. I feel like I have no way of proving this, but I have a feeling that if this was like 20 years ago and it was Eminem's song Kim, I think that shit would have ran up. You know what I mean? 20 years ago.
Nah, all joking aside, when the video drops, that shit's gonna go right back up though. That video is gonna make that song.
Probably.
Because they said it's gonna be a short film. I seen a post on Instagram. Gotta wipe my tears away and shit because that was funny as hell. But I seen a post on Instagram about there's gonna be like a short film. So they probably really gonna be acting type vibes in this video. And I think that's gonna go crazy. That's gonna go viral, bro. Because the song is really good. Don't get it twisted. Don't let my laugh confuse y'all. That's one of my favorite songs on the album.
Facts.
And I think that when this video drops and the girls see it, forget the boys. When the girls see this video, because there's a lot of women who relate to that argument as well, right back up on the charts. I believe that.
Yeah.
We'll proceed to drop another 81 spots.
Wow.
Hey, child, man.
Hey, look, you know what, Sid? After us giving you hell yeah again, you could take us home, bro.
For the Rap Roundtable, Dini the Balance, Macito, Voice of the Young People, Drive the Point Guard. We out of here, man.
Yes, sir.
Delivering what y'all want.
Play the game.
Be good.